They just love the sun, and it's really nice. It's been raining a few days, but this week is going to be good weather. It's not too hot, but it's sunny, and that's really what we want. We're going to continue with the bathroom. So, the whole bathroom building, a breakdown for people who haven't been watching it. This used to be a building about 1 story higher. We took the first story down, then we took what's standing up there halfway down basically, completely redid the roof, made a roof terrace out of the roof, and now we are doing the inside. It was a ruin. Yeah, it was a ruin because actually I had to partially redo the walls as well. We got the old floor out, we got a new floor in. We're going to tile today, start with the tiling of the floor, and we've done a whole lot of rendering. Come inside. So we rendered the walls white with a white lime because we want this house to have this organic old cottage style feel to it while adhering with the most modern building standards. So we got floor heating and all that sort of stuff. We did the walls a very thick fat layer of render that's cracked in places, as render does, because it shrinks when it dries. We found out that we had to wait for the render for 2 months to cure, so we are going to wait patiently, do other things in the meantime, come back to the walls, sand everything smooth as we want to have it, bring it to shape, fill the cracks and the parts that need to be filled with a fast curing render, and then we're going to treat the walls with Tadelact and a wax finish to make them waterproof. But we're going to wait with that. There's plenty of other stuff to do here in the bathroom and of course elsewhere in the house. Today I'm going to do an attempt at installing the first tiles, Tomette, a traditional French tile. But first I gotta negotiate a little drop off. Let me show you here. You see, when we flooded this floor with this leveling cement to make everything perfectly level and smooth, I had to build a dam here at the entrance of the shower cubicle, because the shower cubicle is not horizontal, it runs down to the drain there in the back, and I didn't want the cement to run down to the drain for obvious reasons. So I had to build a dam, and there's about a 1 inch difference. I would say this is almost 1 inch in total. Yeah, it's a thick layer of cement I poured. Yeah, we gotta negotiate that. I don't want to have any steps in the shower, so I'm going to have to make a small batch of cement, and I'm going to, well, fare that out and sort of try to make a gradual slope. Yeah, and I'm doing that with cement, and that cement needs to cure before I can tile there, but I can start in another area with the tiling, hopefully. And then by tomorrow, I think that should be good enough, dry enough to tile. I make a very dry mortar, a very dry cement mix, so that it cures fast. And it doesn't run, because it will be on a slope. So let's start making up a batch and putting it down. Right, so I have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to deposit a very dry mortar mix here, and then I'm going to use this thingy to get it all smoothened out. Now what I have done in order to make it smooth as possible is I've sanded this edge here, because it was a concrete pour, so that was still a little bit standing up against the dam that I had built. I've sanded this all smooth, this edge is smooth, and I've drawn a line there. Can you see the pencil line? It's right in front of the drain. I am going to run this, is it called a screed? I don't know. This thingy, I run it on the line and then I scrape it like this. Because the shower pan is not only running down lengthwise, but also sideways. And if I will just keep this straight, like this, it will continue following that concave form to the drain. So now let's see, I'm gonna put my mortar down. I hope I made enough, I'm not sure. Can always make more, huh? Alright, I need to make a whole lot more. Yeah, I need to make a whole lot more first. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. All the tiny little gaps we will fill up with tile glue anyway. So, no, this is good. Let this cure for, yeah, a day, 24 hours. And we can install tiles there. So, if you've seen the last episodes, you know that these humps, that's just blobs of cement I've thrown down in order for the glass fiber mat with the heating wire to stay flat. There's only one part that I've missed, and that's here, and this is where the wire comes exposed. You need to take as much of this cement down without damaging the wire. If I damage the wire here, the entire heating system is compromised. So this is kind of important. Okay, I have ground all the bumps down, and as far as I know, I have not grinded in any of the heating wires, so that is good. Now the question is, how are we going to lay the tiles out? We got these classical French tomates. And you've got them in, I believe, in basically in two shapes. Well, no, three. Square, rectangular, and eight-sided, six-sided, something like that. We got the square ones. And yeah, you got to figure out how to lay them, how the lines are going to go. And once we have established that, I can set out some lines with pencil on the floor with the help of my laser level. But first we need to lay some tiles loosely on the floor here to decide how we are going to have the pattern laying. I guess this is sort of, yeah, looking all right. I mean, there is no straight line in this bathroom. Literally, there's no straight line, there's no straight corner. So I'll have to come up with my own pattern. Yeah, and I think this is not bad. I mean, no matter how you approach the bathroom, from this entrance from the bathroom basically, or this entrance from outside, or coming out of the shower, you're not going to see the tiles laying in a straight pattern. Although, you know what, I could use this wall over here as my 90-degree angle, because this half height wall is basically parallel to this wall. Well, hey, that's actually not bad. That's actually not bad. That means that when you're sitting on the toilet, you're looking at straight lines. That does mean that the rest of the bathroom is all going to be non-straight lines, but there is not a single straight line there anyway. So yeah, maybe I should assume that that back wall is my baseline for the rest of the bathroom with regards to tiling. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I have repositioned the laser. There is a green line running parallel with my wall. Yeah, with my back wall. A green line parallel, so the other green line, this one here, is 90 degrees to the wall. So this is going to be the line that I'm going to lay against. It's maybe a bit hard to see on the camera, on your screen, but there is a line going all the way. And I'm going to lay a row of tiles, yeah, in this pattern, and then see what Nadia thinks of it. Now you see that those tiles, they are not all even shaped. Some are wider than others. They're basically handmade, so I can't really use the plastic crosses that you normally install on the joints between the tiles to make them have the same grouting size. I better lay them freehand, I guess, with the help of the laser. Nadia, what do you think of this pattern? There's a grout going in a direction.
Yeah, I reckon you should follow the direction of this. Don't you? Or is that more difficult?
Well, why? Being is that when you're now standing in the shower or sitting on the toilet, you're looking basically at straight lines.
Okay.
So as it is now, it is basically parallel and 90 degrees on the back wall.
Okay. Well, whatever you think. Whatever you think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think you can help me this afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah? Then we can smash out most of them. Then we do all the ones that don't need cutting, and then let that tile glue cure overnight, and then tomorrow we can work on them.
Okay.
And do the ones that require cutting.
Alright, sounds good. Tell me, Race, what's going on?
Yeah, the tile glue is not cured yet. It's just, it's set, but it's not cured. If I'm gonna put my weight on the tiles, they're gonna move. And that's not what we want. We want, yeah. So I can't work in the bathroom today. And this is not gonna be a 2-day job. It's a bit of a bugger, because I wanted to finish it today. But yeah, with these things it's actually better to take it slowly and let everything cure. And yeah. Oh yeah, there's no real rush because the render needs still 1.5 month to cure. Anyway, we'll go and I'll go to the middle house, top floor, and work on the ducting for the electricity there, so that we eventually can start rendering these walls and put the ceiling in up. Yeah, gonna be dusty. I'm sure I'm going to get remarks from people about the way I glue the tiles. You know, most of you would use one of these thingies with the teeth and then spread the glue on the floor and then stick the tiles, lay the tiles on top. Yeah, that's a lot easier and you save a lot on glue, but in my opinion, it's not as good. If you have ever removed tiles from a wall, then I'm sure you've seen the tiles that come down and that still have those glue pattern intact, while just a part of the tile has actually been sitting against the wall, has been glued against the wall. In this way, I just add way too much glue on the back of the tile, cover the complete tile, press it in place, and then everything that shoots out from the sides, I remove and I use again for the next tile. In that way, I am pretty sure that the full footprint of the tile is adhered to the floor. And I want to have that for two reasons. First of all, there's going to be a wet space. This floor, I need to be able to flood the floor without giving me problems later. Second of all, we've got floor heating, and the heat, you know, needs to travel through mass in order to warm up this space here. So the better the tiles are adhered to the floor, the more mass I use, the better the heat can travel. And it's just a better way. I mean, they stick better. So yeah, that's the reason why. So any other questions or remarks about this, I'm not going to bother answering, because that is my answer. Right, last one for today, and then tomorrow, while the second batch of tiles I just stuck on are cured, I can move everywhere freely and sit everywhere and do all the edge tiles that all need to be cut in all different ways. It's going to be a lot of cutting. Yeah, but we'll do that tomorrow or the day after. So all tiles are, well, basically all tiles are installed that don't require any cutting, and all that's remaining for me is to yeah, do the edges and cut all these tiles to size. And then hopefully today we'll get that done. And you're gonna see that in the next video. Hey, thank you very much for watching, for subscribing, for liking. Thank you very much for sharing. A big thank you to the people below here. Without you guys, I wouldn't be still making these videos. Next video, we're gonna finish the tiling. We're gonna do the grouting most likely. I'm gonna do 2 times grouting, because grouting, when it dries, it sinks a bit, and I want to have everything super smooth. It's a bathroom. I want water to easily drain. And who knows what else we're going to do, but it's going to be interesting, I'm sure. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye now.